What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Robert Horry from way downtown. From opposite side of the globe downtown. Live from China. It is the Big Shot Bob podcast. B-Dog Brendan Harper, I'm Rob Jenners. On the other side of the world is seven-time NBA champion. Representing the NBA in China, Robert Horry. Where in China are you? Is it kind of a big country?
I'm in Beijing.
You're in Beijing, okay.
I'm in Beijing. It was weird because I went to where they had the Winter Olympics here in Beijing yesterday, and it was kind of nice. I was like, good thing I don't ski because I would have to try that shit. It looked fun.
It's a good thing I don't ski. Yeah, I never picked you up as much of a skier. You know what I mean?
No, not even a water skier. Nope, none of that. Mm-mm.
Are you a winter sports kind of guy? Because I guess it's like, I don't know, like no skiing, no snowboarding. Like, are you a cold weather big man or a warm weather big man? I'm not sure what
That means neither, none of them.
That means I'm a black man and I don't do any
all right.
of those white sports.
Rubbing your hand. I thought that was code for some shit I didn't know.
It is. It's code for no.
Code for that shit for white people. That's what that's code for.
I was raised in Alabama, lived in Houston, lived in LA.
Okay.
All warm cities.
Warm weather
dog.
big man. Gotcha. Warm weather big man.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. So it is by all terms, it's 1 o'clock in the morning where you are right now.
Correct.
Which is why I was surprised you were like, yeah, I'll do the show today. I was like, it's 1 a.m., but you keep it on American time, right? The whole time you're there?
Correct. Okay. Yes. The most time if I'm only here for a short period of time like this time, I don't change my sleep habits. It doesn't make sense. And I'm very fortunate. Most of my events are in the morning, which is like 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock p.m. LA time. Sure. And when I'm done, it's about maybe like midnight my time here at home, so I just go to sleep.
That's not bad.
and then I wake up, I'm back on my time zone because it's rough sometimes when you changing time zones to try to get back acclimated to your time zone. You'd be like, zombie.
Well, yeah, like because it's like a complete 24. It's like a 12-hour flip. It's like it's what would normally be like 9 a.m. Pacific Coast time is your 1 in the morning there. Yeah. So it's if you but you're there for how long are you there? A week?
Just Friday.
Till Friday. Okay. So so give or take a week.
Yeah. So today is Wednesday. So I can
today.
Survive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's where he is, it's Wednesday. Yes. Robert Horry live from the future. Checking in on Wednesday. Can you pull the lottery numbers for us and just let us know?
I wish, man.
Send it back to Tuesday and be like, hey, yo. Somebody in Georgia. Like not far from where we are, hit that $980 million Mega Millions or something up in Noonan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like Noonan Publix. Yeah.
Oh, that's down there near me.
Yeah, hit that $980 million.
Better check your numbers, dog. It might be you.
Ain't no numbers to check. I didn't play.
Oh, well, there you go. That lightning struck close to you, bud. It was real close.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So think about this. It struck close to me once. It struck close to you, B. You're next, Jenners.
I'm buying a ticket now every week just on the chance.
Yeah.
Just on the chance. Mm-hmm. Can you, before we get into this week's topics, I'm just curious, can you tell us a little bit about what you do when you're overseas? Like, you said you have events during the day and stuff. Like, what do your events consist of? Like, what do they got you doing?
So yesterday I did an event for China Mobile, which is like one of the partners for the NBA. So I went to a flagship store, toured the store, did some AI stuff, and then they had me to walk around the store with this little AI dog that followed me and sat and danced and all that crazy stuff. And then I went to a conference, and the conference is sort of similar to CES, the electronics conference we have in Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like that here, but it's all for like the Chinese products. It's like AI, and that's where everything is going now. So it was mostly an AI conference, and so it was actually kind of cool. And I think with the NBA, doing a big partnership with Migu. Migu is Well, I think it's the largest electronics company in China, and Go China is the largest cell phone provider in the world, really. So, and so I'm just like one of the ambassadors, and plus they consider me the lucky one, and because in the Chinese culture, like one of my nicknames is the lucky one, so they consider me good luck. So they always invite me out.
That's pretty cool. How are you received in China? Like, do you have a lot of fans? Because I know the NBA is huge in China. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, I'm no Kobe.
Well,
I'm no Tracy McGrady. I'm no James Harden. But yeah, I'm shocked that when I walked down to the lobby, it was a couple of fans in the lobby wanting autographs, and so I'm received very well, and it's mostly by the older generation, and I think they're from 30 to like 40. Is the generation that kind of knows who I am. They're like, oh, Robert Horry. Yeah. So like even in the airport, I was shocked that a lot of people were like, Robert Horry. Yeah. So
that's cool.
Well, I think a lot of them you also take into consideration. What helps us with that is, like you said, even in LA, you also have a big Asian fan base. Not just Hispanic, but just an Asian fan base. So worldwide, when they go back home or they have family back home, a lot of people know if you mention a team, most of the times it's either going to be the Lakers or it's going to be the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Those two big major markets are going to be mentioned by a lot of foreigners, especially, a very big Asian population. So it's no surprise that they know who you are.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Well, yeah, I know.
Over here it's like the Rockets, because of Yao Ming. Yeah.
No,
that makes sense. Yeah.
That makes
sense.
Is
he? Well, I think you've said before, Kobe's pretty much the number one over there, right?
Yes.
Like he's the
Kobe's
one that,
yeah. Yeah, and Starberry is top 3.
Yeah, because he won titles over there.
Yeah,
Crazy.
They love Marbury over here. He has a statue over here.
Is there a Yao statue? There has to be, right?
It has to be, but I don't know.
Okay. I figure there's got to be somewhere. But I don't know, I'm just enamored by the way that culture embraces the NBA. It's just so cool to me. Just because I've never been over there. I've never got to experience it. But, man, they love their NBA.
Yeah, they do. They love their sports. And I think they're like UFC now, because of the young lady they have in the UFC that's really good. I know she just went up in a weight. I don't know her name, but she went up in a weight class.
But I know who you're talking about.
And lost. Yeah, but she's really good. So they really love UFC now. And of course soccer. And then I think the fourth one is table tennis.
Well, it makes sense.
Table tennis is huge here. So
well, every time you see the video online of some guy just lighting another dude up, it's always a Chinese guy, and he's just smoking somebody. And, like, he's doing it with one hand behind his back, just like, fah, 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 and you're just like, okay. I played at a bar once. Can I? No? Okay. Can't do that.
I used to play a lot when I was in high school, but then, of course, you get to college and you can't find a table tennis place to play.
No. We used to have a table tennis place at a place I used to work before I got into radio. We used to go out every day on lunch, and they would just hang out, play table tennis, they would throw money on the table, which I didn't have, so I would never get to play, and that kind of stuff. So, but all right, well, look, we got plenty of stuff to get to this week. A lot of stuff going on. I want to start with Draymond Green. How much are you paying attention over there? Like, do you know what's going on right now? Or are you kind of in the loop, out of the loop? I don't know what.
The last thing I saw was a Draymond Wemby thing.
Okay, so that was part one of this. Draymond and Wemby got into it, and I gotta throw a little love in the direction of Wembanyama, because I think he humbled Draymond a little bit, which is kind of hard to do when he was just talking shit on him, and then Wemby was like, all right, fine. They threw that inbound, and he just dunked on his head, and then just stood there and kind of flexed on him. And all Draymond can do is just talk shit, because it's his only response. But I thought that was a wonderful little way to just kind of, and it's hysterical to see him next to Draymond Green.
I know.
Draymond Green looks like Kevin Hart next to Wembanyama.
The funny part, and I remember I had talked about I want to see how Draymond Green can guard him, because I thought with his strength and his tenacity, but the Spurs got smart. He's like, man, let's just defeat that by using our size.
Yeah, and they still lost.
Yeah,
they lost both those games to Golden State, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the Spurs got to figure out however that shook out. They got to figure that out. Here's the other thing I wanted to bring up with Draymond, just because it's more fan interaction. He had a run-in with a fan the other night. And I wanted to play it just because he talked about it yesterday on his show. So I'm going to play the audio from the game. They're going to hear Draymond reacting to it. But this is when he got bowed up on a fan at a Pelicans game the other night.
Wait a minute. Let's get Draymond. Draymond's talking to a fan over there.
He must have said something.
He crossed the line with something he said. He had a lengthy conversation with him.
The fan actually had a pretty good joke. One of the first couple plays of the game, I laid the ball up and I missed it. Tapped up, missed, tapped up, missed. Obviously, those are offensive rebounds. He's like, oh, you Angel Reese. And so I laughed. I'm like, oh, okay. That was a little funny. As the night goes on, he continues to go, you Angel Reese. And then there's a little more said with it. As a man with 4 children, soon to be 5, once you start to add the different fillers onto your Angel Reese, at a certain point, now you're disrespecting me as a man.
So he got up in the fan's face. And then nothing happened. There was no physical contact or anything. But
I think they ejected the fan. Yeah, I think so.
They kick. Did they kick him out? They gave him a card. They gave him a red card, which I don't know what that means. Like literally, the security came out to him and gave him a red card, and I was like, "Does that mean that you're out? Does it mean is that like a penalty or like a warning? Like I've never seen that before."
I think they ejected him.
They may have kicked him out after, but at the end of the clip, security standing there and gave him a red card.
If they ejected him, they wrong for ejecting him. He didn't curse at him. He didn't say anything. I think, if I say anything, I can say anything, you can't, but you can, right? If I'm just yelling at you saying, oh, you Angel Reese, and, you can't. You got to know this comes with the territory, dude, and so, and I know a lot of people sit on the sideline, they think they can say anything. I feel like if you don't, curse at someone, calling someone out their name, is not like, if you're using a curse word, like, you Angel Reese, what's the big deal? Just deal with it and play, because you shouldn't even be listening to the fans anyway. You should be, I know a lot of people feel different, like, well, they just can't say what they want to say. It's freedom of speech, dog.
And my thing is, it's also about what you got rabbit ears for. Like, Draymond is no stranger to trash talking with anybody. So, I mean, the fact that I know that I think that guy was sitting, I think that fan was sitting on the baseline. And he had confronted him. So obviously he's close enough for Draymond to hear him. But I'm pretty sure there have been a lot of people who have said things sitting on their baseline to Draymond, and he never really approached them or said anything to him. So, I mean, Draymond, bro, you've been in this league long enough. Okay. And we know who you are, and we know your personality, and we know you like to talk. You can't address everybody. And if somebody calling you Angel Reese is the thing that gets your attention, dog, if that's the thing that gets your attention, there are people who have said a lot worse. Like you said, I don't know what else he said.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you got a thicker skin than Angel Reese to get to you. I think the fact that the guy was drubbing the same joke, and then Draymond said in that clip, he's like, he added something to it. So
I don't know what else
he may have
said.
called him a little B or something. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like he might have gotten flowery with his language. But at what point, like both of you said, this is hard for me, because it's like, especially if you're Draymond Green, you have a reputation for getting chippy sometimes. And in a game, maybe it's playing dirty or getting confrontational with people. If it's just a fan talking shit, let the fan talk shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're winning. You won the game. So who cares? Like, let him say whatever the hell he wants. By the way, the guy's a New Orleans Pelicans fan. He doesn't have a lot going for him. You know what I mean? Like, this was the highlight of his season. So, like, let him have it.
Right?
Like, what are you doing, dude? I don't get it I don't get it with the fans when it's something silly. Like, making an Angel Reese joke's not enough for me. It's just not.
I missed that one guy, and we talked about it before in Washington. He was the funniest guy, though. Everybody loved him when he talked trash to people. So, but now guys don't want you. You can't say anything to a guy. I think the funniest one was when Russell Westbrook got mad. The guy called him Westbrick. I'm like, oh yeah. Dude, at least you don't have my last name. They can go so many ways with it. So,
ESPN will still call you Robert Horry. That still happens. That still happens.
So, yeah.
Dudes just got rabbit ears, man. They hear everything.
Man. It's just but for fans, it's gotta let it go, man. They're gonna talk shit. Just let it go. Yeah. We talked about this. We touched on this briefly. But
teams, back up to how about I think the Kevin Durant thing has really spread. When I mean that, it's talking about if you got a sore calf, you're out for a couple of weeks now. So I'm talking about Wemby and him being out, and that's one of the things that we talked about with him. We always worry about is how injury free he can stay. Now you got the blood clot last year, and now you got the strained calf, and you said 3 to 4 weeks, and when you're a superstar like that, they're going to be extra cautious. You think about it, he was just a middle of the road guy. You all right? Get your ass back out there. We'll worry about that later. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how long he's going to sit out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said.
Well, they said it's a couple of weeks, I think.
Is it that long?
I think I saw a couple of weeks.
Ooh, I did not realize
I saw
it was
3
that
to
long.
4 weeks.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
With a calf?
Yeah, but it's all goes back to Kevin Durant, complaining about his calf, and he played and he popped his Achilles. And you think about Halliburton.
Halliburton did it. Yeah, Halliburton with the calf last year.
Complained about his calf and popped it. But I was thinking about this. When you look at Wembanyama's lower leg, he ain't got no damn calf.
I was going to say, he's toothpicks, man. You know what I mean? Like, how can you strain a calf muscle if you ain't got a calf muscle?
Exactly.
But, I mean, well, look, dude, I get it. I do. When you put it in the context of, we've seen a lot of these things lead to Achilles. I get it. You never want, if you're the Spurs too, you're going to do whatever you can to handle that carefully. The last thing you need is to lose him for an indefinite period of time. You can't afford that. So I get that to an extent, but I didn't realize it was that long for the calf.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, we'll get an update on Wemby. I did want to. Harp and I touched on it before you got on. We got tonight, right, Harp? Pistons, Hawks.
Yep, down at State Farm.
Couple of hot teams in the East. Pistons have ripped off 10 straight, by the way. That's a nice little run for them. They're 12-2, clearly number one. Hawks, by the way, ripped off 5 straight. So they're sitting at number 4 in the East. So you got a couple of good teams coming in here to play this game, man. But Detroit's on one, dude.
So, I had picked them to finish second in the East, and I think that's one of the things that people don't understand about. When you watch them play, they scare people because they got 2 enforcers on their team. Most teams will luckily have one. You think about in the league right now, there's only really 3 enforcers throughout the league, and Detroit has 2 of them. And so they play mean, they play nasty, even though Cade Cunningham takes a lot of shots. But they playing really well, man. It's just, think about the game they won the other day, and they had 5 starters out? Or was it 5 or 4 starters?
Something like
Somewhere
that.
That means they got a great bench. They playing really well together. So you got to enjoy what you watch when you're watching. That's back to Detroit basketball.
That's right.
Coming back.
This is going to be a really physical game tonight, and I know the Hawks are. I can't remember exactly where Ricochet is going to play because he took kind of a scary fall. When guys on fast breaks go for dunks and they swing on the rim and they let go, Ricochet ain't but so big. And so he hit that floor pretty hard. So I don't know whether or not he's going to play or not. So it's going to be – this is a really, really, really good test coming back off of a West Coast road trip that the Hawks absolutely dominated on and pretty much swept this road trip. And so they come back home to face the number 1 team in the East, and I think it's going to be a really good game and a really electric environment at State Farm Arena. So we'll see if they can beat the number 1 seed in the East tonight.
You know what that reminded me of? You remember when T.J. Ford took that fall?
Yeah.
And he ended his career. And I'm like, and sometimes I appreciate him trying to get up. Sometimes, dude, you need to just lay there. When he took that fall, it was like, whoa, just lay there, dude. Let yourself relax and get your senses back to you. So, but yeah, it was a nasty fall.
He's out for tonight's game.
I thought so.
With a left hip contusion.
Yep.
Status is uncertain for Sunday's game versus the Suns. So
yeah, he ain't but so big.
Yeah,
them falls are different, boy.
So with them playing so well, meaning the Hawks, what they gonna do? They gonna try to make him play well with the guys there, or they gonna
you got to integrate him into this. You can't. I mean, when he's back, you can't just leave him. You really don't have an option, right?
Yeah, but do you for me? If Hawks keep winning, let's say they win tonight and they win it very well, And this is when I get upset with Coach. I know Trae Young is the cornerstone and all this the team. You go to Trae like, yo, man, I don't want to mess up our rhythm. Can we bring you off the bench?
That ain't no.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I think that Trae's a very smart player. He knows how to move the basketball. We know that. I mean, he's an assist king. Let him integrate in. Let him find his footing in the way that offense is playing, because you can't. I don't know, man. I just don't see him coming off the bench at any point. I really don't.
Yeah.
I think when you look at the growth and the evolution of everybody else, and how much everybody else can pitch in and do what they need to do, and seeing their game evolve with Trae out, it's a good problem to have, but it is something that you're going to have to discuss, because, like I said, this offseason, they did not offer him that extension.
No.
And so, depending on what this team looks like over a period of time. Now, Trae, we may not see Trae back until closer to Christmas, if anything, with that knee. I don't think they'll rush him back. They want to make sure that he's good and he's healthy, and the team is playing very well. And what happens is a lot of these other guys, these young guys, are getting a lot of run, which they need, because you need to strengthen your depth. You need to see what you have coming off the bench and what you have long term. So if it means, hey, Trae, if we don't see you until the new year, cool. The team is rolling right now, and we need to get a lot of play under these young guys' belt, and we need this team to get stronger and figure things out, over a period of time. That does nothing but help them.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If I'm Trae Young, I want back on the floor quickly.
Of course you do.
Because if this team but if this team continues to play well without me, that doesn't bode well for me. As Trae Young, I want to be like, oh, hey, you know what? I'm glad you guys had a nice little run with me out, but I'm back. Yeah, let's go. Get your boy the ball. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm Trae Young, I want to get back on the floor pretty quick.
But here's my thing. But here's where that backfires. Before he got hurt, they were hovering just around 500. If I'm not that much better in the lineup than when I'm out, then what big of a difference does that make? If I'm a superstar and we're already hovering around 500, and we're not exponentially better when I'm there, then it really almost doesn't make a difference. Like, we're not in this to be a 500 team. We want to make the playoffs. We want to make the play-in. I need to be able to be a playoff missing piece if you really want to miss me, not a 500 piece when I'm in the lineup.
You think about them. They technically got the second best record in the East right now.
They do. But a lot of that is without Trae.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why if I'm Trae Young, I go, hey, I don't want you guys doing this well without me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a selfish thing. It's not a team thing. I want the team to be good with me in the lineup, not with me out of the lineup.
Exactly.
I want the team to excel and do well with me in the lineup. That's what I want.
His calls, but what, like I said, what puts a damper on that is when you were there, you were barely 500. You were just at 500.
So all the more reason, too, to look at the Hawks to go, okay, well, this is what we are without him, and this is what we are with him. So if I'm him, I'm like, okay, well, if they're winning right now, I want to be in that group. I want to be in the winning group. I don't want to be in the hovering at 500 part of the conversation.
That's the thing.
Because then your long term in Atlanta might just be like, okay, well, we're good with moving on from you because we saw what we had without you.
My value to this team has to be exponentially greater than, like I said, hovering around just being average. And like I said, I like Trae Young. He's the face of this franchise. But the way that they're playing, obviously, it's still only a small sample size. But before we know it, it'll be Christmas.
Yeah.
And so we're creeping into December and into the new year, and if he's still out and they haven't brought him back,
winning.
Yeah, I know.
They're still winning, and even my thing is they may not, even if they're really fighting, like you see the fight in this team, and they're battling with teams that you may not think they should be battling with, that does not bode well for the future of Trae Young. It just doesn't. I don't know what the Hawks are going to do. They may keep him, fine, but they do have some decisions to make, whether it be at the trade line or pretty much this offseason. So we'll see.
All right. Well, we got a few other teams in the West to talk about that are rolling. The Thunder, by the way, are scary.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, the sun is hot.
Oh
What
my
else?
God. I know, but no, this is like they've ripped off 6 straight. They're sitting at 14-1. SGA hasn't played in the fourth quarter out of 8 of 14 games and is still averaging 32.6 points per game. He hasn't played in half the fourth quarters.
Is Jalen back?
Nope.
No, not yet.
Lord have mercy.
Not yet.
I know. It is
Talk about added firepower
But
when
that's
he gets
just
back.
it. So after they won last year, we talked about like, are you going to have this slump? Are you going to have the championship hangover? Dude, they have no signs of slowing down right now if they continue to play this way.
To have youth on your side. You think about this team, it's still one of the youngest teams in the NBA.
They are.
And so they play. And that to me, it goes to show you if you got good camaraderie off the floor, it's a carryover to on the floor and off the floor. It goes both ways. And it seems like that team just like, if you go somewhere, it's like 7 of them together. You don't get that much with a lot of these vet teams because most of these vet teams, well, I'm going home to my wife and kids. I'm tired of seeing you mofos and whatnot. So they're almost like a college team. You think about it. They do everything together. They laugh together. They have fun together. They got a young coach. They got a great GM. And plus, you think about in OKC, they don't have a lot of distractions off the court. They just play, hang out, and have fun balling. So this is really, really scary. And then you got guys that you think about each night they got a different starter that comes in for Jalen. He might have 20 and come out. He might play 3 minutes next day, but they don't care. They always ready to step up when they need to step up. So that's the really scary thing. I didn't think it would happen like this, but when you watch them, like, damn. That's all you can say is they're good, man.
But it's a franchise's dream to be able to be young and be a contender. Sometimes with teams, it's either, hey, we may not be a contender right now, but our future is bright. Or, we can only, we're contenders, but we need to go ahead and do what we need to do now because the window's closing.
Lakers.
Yeah. But they have both things on their side. They have youth, and they can contend for a long time as long as guys stay healthy. And they have a bevy of draft picks.
And they're all locked up. Like pretty much most of that core is all locked up.
All of them.
The top 4, you think about that, you got your top 4 players are locked. Really 5, because you throw Hartenstein in there because he Hartenstein. So they whole starting 5 is locked up.
Pretty much.
So
and like Harp said, you still got a stocking full of draft picks. And you don't even know what.
But hey, I don't care how much money the NBA's making. 14 million OKC. I don't know who OKC's owner is, but you think about that. You already gave 3 players $300 million. And then you gave Lou Dort 200. Yep. Did Lou Dort get like 200 million or was it 150?
I think it may. Hold on, let me check.
Well, Hartenstein got what, 150 million?
Yeah, he got 130, 140 or something like that. He got a good deal.
So think about that.
No, you got close to a bill wrapped up in 5 guys. Yeah. No, you're tipping the scale. You are.
Man, he signed a 5-year, $87.5 million contract in 2022. That's Lou Dort.
Lou Dort? Okay.
Yeah. So he's under contract, and he's only, I think this season, he's making $17 million.
Wow.
He's really underpaid.
He sure is. I thought that would have been a much higher deal.
Yeah. And the bad part about it is he can't even say, you know what, I'm going to hold out. Because they be like, we just got your replacement, dude.
What are you talking about, man? We draft 3 guys to take your spot. What are you doing? Yeah. How are you talking about want more money?
Yeah, it's a team option for the 26-27 season.
Okay.
So next year.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it shakes out. But I mean,
he ain't gonna want to go nowhere though.
No, not if they continue to play like this.
But here's the thing though. If you're in his position, do you say, let me go because I want to make more money? I didn't want my ring, so I want to go so I can make my money now. What's more important, the ring or the money?
If he win, I say for sure if they win again this season, he's gone. Because now I got 2 rings. I can go get my money.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because I agree with you. Yes, if he's got 2 rings, I think at that point, as a player, and I'm talking on my ass, Rob, you can speak to this better. That's a good place, right? 2 rings, you're comfortable probably at that point deciding to walk? Maybe?
Yep, I did it in Houston.
Right, but with a potential.
They
but
got
if
rid
you,
of my ass.
No, I know they did. But yeah, if the potential is though, you could win a third, and you could three-peat if you just pick up your option for the season.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the team's option, so.
Yeah. Oh, it is a team option. That's true.
Yeah.
Team option.
But you know what? After that, if they go 3 in a row.
If you have a chance to go 3 in a row, I might stick that out. You know, if you win 2 and you got a chance to three-peat, first team to do it since what? The Lakers did it?
If it's with it being a team option, he'll do the 2 years. It'll be this year, and then he'll be here next year. They're going to pick up that option. They'd be stupid not to pick up that option.
But they can't give him an extension, though. That's the whole thing.
They may pick it up and at some point in time trade him. I don't know.
You could do it.
But I think if it's a team option, I think they pick it up and then try to figure out what they're going to do with them, if anything.
We'll see how it shakes out. A lot of other stuff going on in the West, by the way. We've got the Nuggets on a 7-game roll, right behind them at 10-3. Nuggets are figuring it out. Rockets are figuring it out. They've won 4 straight. They're at 9-3. Lakers right there at 10-4. So you've got a nice little bunch up there up in the 2 spot.
Here's my thing about the Lakers 10-4, and this may come from the fact that I'm more emotionally invested in things. They played very well this season. Do not get me wrong. With the absence of LeBron, there been some time where Luka has missed a few games. You know, AR has really, really stepped up, and guys around him.
You're going to see LeBron back soon, though, right? Ain't he?
Yeah, he'll be back very soon.
Yeah.
Something don't sit right with me. Because when I saw them here in Atlanta, just watching them, and how they got ran out of the city, I said, this is what this team looks like, and when you're really frustrated with them. This is what they can really look like when they're not locked in. And we've seen this a lot over the years. A lot.
And you got Rob laughing.
Because it wasn't that long ago where they went to Oklahoma City and got ran the hell out of that building too. They got their ass kicked. It wasn't just beat. They just get beat. They got their ass kicked in Atlanta and OKC. And that's disturbing because it's like, bro, you can't consider yourself to be a contender and then get your ass kicked like that.
You got to play up. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, but here's the thing right now. I'm watching the Lakers, and right now I am like teetering with them. and what I mean by that is like, I want you to think about the people they beat.
Mm-hmm.
Name somebody they beat that's good.
Well, they beat the Spurs.
They beat Minnesota?
They beat Minnesota.
They beat Minnesota.
Spurs didn't have Fox. Minnesota.
Hold on now.
San Antonio's playing well, though, even without Fox.
No. Let me finish now.
Okay.
When you think about teams full, when I say the whole healthy team.
Okay.
All right. And then Wemby had a bad night that night, too. So,
but the Lakers haven't been healthy.
Yes, but my whole point is that's why I'm teetering. You gotta let me finish.
Don't let the truth get in the way of the story. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm teetering because I look at everybody that they beat. They haven't beat. When they play good teams, the Warriors considered a good team, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
OKC.
Yeah.
They're great.
And Minnesota, they're still trying to figure it out. They beat Minnesota twice. Mm-hmm. One time Ant-Man didn't play.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it like you go to Atlanta, and I blame that on JJ because he went there 2 days too damn early. You can't have a bunch of brothers in Atlanta 2 days before they play.
They still got lemon pepper sauce on their fingers,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Magic City wings.
And then who else they play good? Milwaukee's not good at all. I'm waiting for that hammer to drop.
Milwaukee's okay.
Milwaukee's god awful. They're awful. If Giannis ain't scoring 40, they're not. I was gonna say
it's really on him. But they're like a 500 team.
So that's why I'm saying I'm teetering. I'm still teetering on if I'm thinking that this team can be a contender. When LeBron gets back, how are they going to implement him in the game? But I think my biggest thing with, I hate to say this, my biggest thing with the Lakers that hurts my heart right now is what the fuck is going on with Vando? You know, I know everybody like he's not playing good defense. He's just, one time he had like 18 rebounds, next time he had 2. I'm like, dude, where's the consistency? Are you still hurt? And so that's the one thing when I look at the Lakers, I'm still teetering on them. If I'm gonna break out my banner and put my license plate frame around my tag frame or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just waiting. I'm still teetering, man. I can't figure this team out because they haven't really gave me something I can like, oh yeah, okay, I can see it yet, because they hadn't played anybody in my mind that's good outside of OKC, and I'd say the Golden State Warriors.
So you're waiting to see how they perform when they have an outing against a team that's an exceptional team and they play up to it.
Just a good team, Yeah. When they play, let's say when they play Denver, when they play, the Rockets, when they play the Knicks, when they play the Celtics, but Cavaliers. So Detroit, those 5 teams are gonna be my measuring stick for them.
Okay.
I hear you, but when it comes to a team like the Spurs, yes, they're missing De'Aaron Fox, but the way that they started out the season and the way that they pretty much played thus far, they're a good basketball team. Their guards have evolved. Their guards are doing well. Everybody's playing well together. And obviously De'Aaron's looking to come back into the fold to help continue that. I don't look at that win as, something to just kind of, put to the side. That's a pretty doggone good win for where we are in the season.
Oh, Rob doesn't.
Yeah, I give you that.
Okay.
Because you got to think about it. As much as many other teams who have their woes and have their injuries and are licking their wounds, where I will give the Lakers some grace is that they're licking their wounds too. They don't have LeBron, even though he's 41 years old with sciatica. He is still LeBron James. He is still LeBron James.
Yeah, but when you put it that way, it's just like...
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Guys know, even a 41-year-old LeBron is not a regular human being. We've seen him defied father time for so long now. And so we'll see what he looks like. So to see what this team looks like with him, with Luka, and what that also means for a guy like Austin Reeves and his, surgeons, how much of a backseat does he take now? It's Lakers still have something to look forward to. Now, defensively, they got to get it together.
Yeah.
They got to get it together.
So I want you to think about this. Do you think about who the best, when LeBron's back, is he considered one of the top 2 players on that team, or is he third now?
I think he's still...
I don't know how you take him out of the top 2. He's LeBron James.
There's nothing about his game that I can say definitively puts him at number 3. And I know AR's emergence is great.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron is still, we always sit up here and say, LeBron at 80, 70% is better than most of the league, or a lot of the league. And I still think that remains the same even on this Lakers team. Like, I still think he's that number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Look,
my thing is but we haven't seen him play yet. So, we going off last year. You had a whole summer and then you got the sciatica. We don't know how it's going to affect him because, at that age, one little thing can drop your game 30%. So is he the same? So my point being is, when is the last time an NBA team with the 2 best players being white won a championship?
Oh, my goodness. Wow. We've gone down this road.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
Somewhere Larry Bird and Kevin McHale are rolling over.
There you go,
just
right there.
Going,
That's
what?
the last time.
Somewhere John Stockton and whatever other white guy was on the Utah Jazz are going. That's a good question, though. Honestly, that is a good question.
Think about it. It was Bird and Kevin McHale.
Bird and McHale were the 2 best players on that team, probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know the late, great Dennis Johnson might have something to say to that, but I think Kevin McHale.
Who was on the Mavericks when Dirk won? Did he have I guess he really didn't have
Jason Kidd.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Kidd.
Maybe half.
Jason Terry.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah.
No,
damn.
Steve Nash was not on that team.
No, he was not. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Shit. Yeah, you might be. Man, maybe Bird McHale. It might be it.
That's the last time.
I'm sure we might be missing somebody. Somebody's screaming at their phone right now, ready to throw it out the window because we didn't say somebody. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question though. Right, that is a damn good question. At first, I was like, I don't like going down this road, but
Hey.
you may have a good point there. I want to talk about a couple of the teams at the bottom of the West, and we're going to move on to some other stuff, though, after that. The Clippers are down to 4-10. Clippers have not been able to put it together. Not been able to actually close. That's the thing is they play well, and they're in a lot of these games, but they have not been able to close in the fourth. Like, they've dropped a lot of games, like, real late in the game, where it's like they were up by 10 and they fall, and they're like right there in contention and they can't get a key bucket when it counts.
Or when James Harden has 20 in the first half and ends the game with 20.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and then goes over in the second half. The Kings are 3-11. They haven't been able to figure it out, and I'm surprised.
I thought they would figure it out.
Man, I thought for sure they took a big step back. And then we've talked about the Mavericks. They're down to 4-11 now. I want to put this out there because this is the stat really that messed me up this week for the Mavericks. Cooper Flagg has played in 13 games prior to last night and 441 minutes as a Maverick. Anthony Davis has played in 14 games, 415 minutes since arriving in Dallas back in February. Cooper has already passed AD in minutes and games
as a
on
Maverick.
the floor as a Maverick. And AD has been there for 9 months, 10 months, whatever it is. Now, again, some of that's the offseason. But you got to count February, March, April, May, start of this season, all of October. And obviously we know AD's been out. But, dude, that might be the thing that cost Nico his gig right there. Because you bet it all on the fact that you were going to be able to get and have a healthy Anthony Davis. And we've talked about this on this show 100 times. That's not a safe bet. That's just not. How many times have I put money down on Anthony Davis having a breakout year and had to Homer Simpson my ass into the hedges? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oops, I shouldn't have brought that up. But, I mean, and Nico rode with that. And it might have cost him his gig because right now, I mean, and I think we've talked about this too. I kind of feel bad for Cooper. I just don't think he's in a position to succeed right now with what they're asking him to do and having all the pieces that are missing around him and the way guys around him are like Gafford and some of these guys are playing right now. It's like he's just not in a good spot.
I think there'll be sellers at the trade deadline.
I agree.
Obviously, the big rumor is they're trying to possibly, work with AD to try to get up out of there. I'm talking about what a bad trade this has turned out to be. Outside of the fact that no one saw it coming when it happened, now AD's been out, and
just the pieces that you were supposed to have haven't done what you want. I mean,
and Kyrie ain't back yet.
You ain't got Clay, or you got Clay, but you don't have anything close to what Clay was. I mean, you've got the name Clay Thompson on the floor. That's about it.
Right.
So and a lot of these Lively and Gafford and some of these other dudes, man, they just haven't been what you thought they were going to be when.
I don't ever feel sorry for any number one pick in the draft because that means you got paid.
Oh no, but I just feel like he's in a shit position. That's all.
Hey,
like I feel bad for him.
He's not in a shit position. Think about what former number ones had to go to where the team fucking sucked.
Yeah.
This team only sucks because of injuries. Think about you the number one pick. You go to a team they just sucks up because they healthy and it just was a bad team. But
the Spurs were like that before they got Wemby.
They were not very good. They had a few seasons there where they were really, really bad. Really bad. So
but
all right, well,
so it's gonna be interesting to see how that team, if they can get healthy, and I think you have to get rid of one of those bigs and get you a really good point guard. A good. I know everybody's waiting on Kyrie to come back, but shit, you sinking until he gets back.
Yeah,
so you got those bigs. Get rid of one. Get you something for him because right now they got value, and everybody right now is chopping them at the bits to try to get one of them.
Yeah, and I think Harp's right. I think you're both right. I think they're going to be sellers come the deadline. I think the Mavericks need to, whatever they end up doing, I feel like they can't ride with what they have. I mean, it's been proven that this is not going to get them where they want to go. So while you're waiting for your key players to get healthy and get back on the floor, you got to do something. You got to make a move. So we'll see what they put together. Look, speaking of bad teams, man, Willie Green fired. Head coach of the Pelicans, gone. I think we all kind of knew that was coming, but he was the first one to go this season. The Pelicans were 2-10 when they let him go. And our boy, James Borrego, who we talked about as a head coaching option all offseason, is going to get his shot now. So he's the interim in New Orleans. Rob's got his hand over his face.
I think James is a good dude, but everybody's looking for that next Spoelstra, and they tried his ass in Charlotte, and it didn't fucking work out.
It did not.
Stop it. There's always going to be one anomaly in everything, and so stop it. And I love James, and he was my video guy when I was in San Antonio. But stop it, people.
He was your video guy in San Antonio.
Yeah, he was a guy who would bring the tapes out. You never saw him, but he would break the tapes down, bring it out. Here you go. Then he'll Homer Simpson in this
and back into the hedges. Yeah.
Where did he go? Oh, he's a video guy.
Oh, okay. But I guess you're right. That kind of lines up with Spoelstra a little bit, right? Because wasn't that Spoelstra's gig for a long time?
That was
in Miami. He was the film guy. But it translated well for him on the floor, and he earned the respect of the coaches and the players and all the guys that he's got around him. And as obviously he's been with Miami now, this is his 14th or 15th season as the head coach of the Heat. Like, he's had a hell of a run in Miami. So I think you're right, though. I think they're always hoping that you're going to get that guy who's just a film nerd, who's going to be able to come in and go, okay, I know the schemes, I know the routines, I know the plays they're going to run, and then this is how we go at it. So I don't know.
I think the biggest difference for Spoelstra was he could, like, when he had a question, he can go upstairs and talk to Pat Riley.
Yeah.
But now Borrega can't go upstairs and talk to Pop because he's not in the San Antonio system.
No.
So he's gone on. So that's the whole thing of me. You don't have that big mentor to back you. You think about outside of Ime right now, all the coaches that have been under Pop and have gone on, even they got Coach of the Year. 1 year they was there. Then after that, reality sets in that, oh, shit, you just a regular ass coach. You ain't what we thought. We thought we was getting another Pop.
There's not a lot of Pops out there.
No.
Not a lot of Pops out there. But I did need to mention that. And then I'll mention a couple other quick things here, and we'll move on because we got a big shot of the week and a game to get to, which is where in the world is Robert Horry? Of course. That seems to make the most sense today with Rob doing the Today Show from China. I think Steph might be making an MVP case again here, which is crazy to think at this stage of his career, the season that he's having. After he was hurt he missed 3 straight games, kept him out. Obviously, Golden State struggled. When he came back, he goes 46 points in a 125-120 win over the Spurs. And then he followed it up with 49 points with 9 3-pointers in a 109-108 win over the Spurs. His 49-point performance tied Michael Jordan for the most 40-point games. He's had 44 of them after turning 30 years old in NBA history. He also joined Jordan and LeBron as the only players 37 or older in NBA history to have back-to-back 40-point games. On Friday against the Spurs, he knocked down 9 3-pointers for the 47th time in his career. Not only does he own that record, the second closest player is Dame Lillard with 14. So dude continues to 9 3-pointers in a game, and he's done it 47 times.
Well, I got 48 to catch up with him.
Yeah, you better start warming up that knee, buddy. I'll tell you what. You better get out there. But, I mean, like, when you look at that at the stage of his career where he is, and I think Steve Kerr said it, I think it was like the post game, that God just blessed Steph Curry. I think he said that in the locker room after the game. I continue to go, where's the cliff for him? Like, at what point those buckets are going to stop falling for him? And God bless that man. They don't. They just keep going in. And he keeps having games like that, performances like that at the highest level against some of the best teams in the league. And to at the stage of his career he's in, to be legitimately, I think, in the MVP conversation this early in the season is bananas to me.
Yeah. We always talk about LeBron's body and the way he's maintained his body. And I think the best thing that happened to Steph was a time when I think he broke his hand. Yeah. And you remember he was all skinny.
Oh, you
and then
talked
he came
about
back,
this. He worked out, needed to get in the gym. Yeah.
And I think that kind of clicked something in his mind like, shit, I need to, work on my body a lot more in different ways. And ever since then, his body has looked different. His jump shot has looked easier. Everything about his game has become easier. And also, when you watch him, he's so fucking smooth. And so it's going to be really interesting how long he's going to play, because if you think about it, he runs more than LeBron does when you talk about because he's always moving. He's going from one corner to another corner, and it's just crazy. So he's putting a lot of miles on his body. So how long can this keep up? But I just think he's just, he's one of those guys that you sit back and say, damn, how long can he play? I know we talk about Chris Paul right now as one of those guys like, damn, won't you retire? But
Chris Paul couldn't find the floor until last night.
Yeah,
they've been keeping him out.
Yeah, I think also, it's amazing what a little rest to do to an 80-year-old guy like Steph, because he got sick, sat out those 3 games, and came back fresher than a motherfucker.
Yeah, comes out and busts off 2 45-plus point performances. Yeah. He's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's touch on college football picks, then we'll do Big Shot, and then we'll find out where in the NBA world Robert Horry is. Let's see last week's picks. Rob, you went 2-1 last week. Very good.
What game I lose?
Oh, I don't know what you lost. I got to go back and look. But you lost one of them. We only picked 3 games. But Harper and I went 1-2 because
I know where I went wrong. I went wrong with Alabama.
Alabama. Everybody picked Georgia, so everybody won Georgia.
Yeah. What I tell y'all about that game? I think I told you. I said Texas wasn't going to be able to run. They wasn't going to be able to compete with Georgia.
No. The one that Rob won. I think God was it. Damn, I can't remember who it was. I don't know. I'll remember. But anyway, you lost one of them. But 2-1, we both went 1-2. So
because I think I didn't I take Oklahoma.
You did.
Yeah,
you did. What was the? There was one that you lost. Oh, it was the Bama game. We all lost the Bama game. No,
I thought I took Oklahoma.
You took Oklahoma. Harp and I lost Bama. We both picked.
Yeah.
You picked Oklahoma to keep it close. So you didn't pick them to cover. There was one you lost. I don't remember what the hell it was. Anyway, I went through it. So right now, Rob, you're at 23-20. Harp is 25-18. I'm 26-17. Still 1 game ahead of Harper here. So here are this week's games. We only got a couple weeks left here. See,
I gotta make some crazy picks.
Can't round this thing out. By the way, this is a week of just like a whole lot of nothing. Like so many teams have like a dead week this week before rivalry week, which I think they scheduled on purpose. I only found 3 games that were really worth anything, and one of them is, for me, really not worth much of anything. It's just kind of a good game to pick. We're going to start with number 17, USC. At number 8, Oregon. This is 3:30 CBS. Oregon is laying 9.5 at home to USC coming in.
I'm going to take Oregon. Like, I really want SC to win this game. I do. Because I want SC to get back to some level of prominence and relevance. I just think college football is better when they're good. But I just think Autzen Stadium is not kind to people. And I think knowing what's on the line with Oregon and USC, I'm going to take Oregon.
Okay. Rob?
I think Oregon's going to win this game, but how many points it is? 10?
9.5.
I got it. I'm going to roll with USC. Because after USC had that big comeback win in the rain, I think their confidence is high, so I'm going to take USC.
Okay. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go USC. Keep it close. I don't know. I don't know if Oregon runs away with this thing. I've seen Oregon play a couple scrapers this year that shouldn't have been. So I have a feeling USC might come in a little bit of a hot hand and try and keep it close. Yeah. So I don't know if they win, but I don't know if Oregon covers that 9.5.
I think Oregon still wins, but I think USC keeps it close.
All right. Number 22, Pitt. At number 16, Georgia Tech. This one is pretty much to see who's going to play in the ACC championship game right now. This is 7 p.m. on ESPN. Tech at home, laying 2.5. So it's pretty much a field goal.
This is not only Tech at home. This is Tech at home under the lights.
And homecoming, too, for Tech as well. Homecoming.
Is it homecoming?
It sure is. Homecoming under the lights.
Oh, that's a late-ass homecoming.
Last time a team under the Lord and the team came into their homecoming, they kicked their ass.
This can't be homecoming.
I thought for sure it was.
Oh, no, it can't be this late. I think there was another game that was homecoming.
Maybe it was then. Maybe I'm wrong.
November 18th.
I thought for sure Andy Demetra said homecoming was against Pitt.
Oh, okay.
All right,
that's late, but I'll take Tech. Under the lights at home, yeah, I'm taking Tech.
Okay.
Who you got, Rob?
I'm also going Tech because Tech has to win this. And they are at home. They do really well at night at home, to Hart's point. They play well there. And I think for Tech has had a couple of scrapers here. I think Pitt got a little bit exposed against Notre Dame last week. And I think that Brenke's smart enough to take some of the things that Notre Dame did well and come back and whoop their ass. So I'm going Tech as
Oh,
well.
my goodness. What's the spread?
3.5.
Oh,
shit. 2.5. Sorry, 2.5, yeah.
I go with Tech. That means Pitt got to win the game pretty much. So no, I'm going with Tech.
Okay. You're right, Harper. Homecoming weekend was against Syracuse.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is a late homecoming.
I thought for sure they had a homecoming game here, but I guess not. So, I'm sorry, Rob. Who'd you pick?
I got Tech.
You're going to get Tech as well? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Last game, and again, there's really nothing on line for this game. This is just one of those classic rivalry games that's fun to pick. Number 23, Tennessee at Florida. Is in the Swamp. Tennessee's ranked. Florida's just fair to Midland. They're fine. 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Tennessee's laying 3.5. So Florida's a home dog in the Swamp to Tennessee.
I'll take Tennessee.
I got to go with the
Chomp.
I'm going with the Gators.
Rob's going Gators. I'm going to go Gators at home. I'm gonna go Gators find a way to pull this one out against Tennessee. And I think they win outright on the field. I do. I think the Gators win this.
I think the one thing about the Gators, that quarterback they have is so up and down.
Lagway, he's all over the road, man. Like he'll have a game where he throws 5 picks and have a game where he throws 4 touchdowns. It's like
he reminds me of the what happened with USC meaning South Carolina, their quarterback. He just shit the bed in the second half.
Come on, dude. I wanted them to beat Texas A&M so badly. They were up to 30-3 and they came back and won that game.
That's the worst collapse all season.
That was some bullshit.
I know. I'm like, damn, dude. It's like, what are you doing there? But I know. But yeah, I'm thinking Lagway is good for one game. Next game he's bad. So this is a good game for him. He's scheduled for a good game.
It's Tennessee in the Swamp. Yeah, he'll be up for this one. And then they got to play Florida State next week, and Florida State is hot garbage. So he'll play like trash for that game. All right, let's do Big Shot of the Week, and then we'll play the game. Big Shot of the Week is going to go to a 17-year-old Australian kid named Josh Pash. And here's why. He was the first to notice a wad of money on the floor outside of a local pastry, and without hesitation, the kid picks it up and walks it into the teller and says, I found this outside. Probably belongs to one of your customers. $3,500 worth of cash outside on the sidewalk. So this kid, 17 years old, finds $3,500, turns it in instead of walking away with it. It belonged to a local tradesman named Daniel McKellar, who runs a demolition firm. They used the closed circuit TV from the pastry to find the kid and put his name out. And the guy said, I want to give him a reward. He didn't leave his name. Of course, the internet found the kid, found Josh. He gave him a $1,000 reward, and Josh told him he was trying to save up for a truck, so he was going to put it toward his truck. So Daniel McKellar decides, you know what? I own a firm here, a demolition firm. I'm going to give you a job. Gave the kid a job, helped him launch a GoFundMe. And as such, the kid has now raised up to $10,000 for his truck. So, look, a good deed came back 3 or 4-fold on him. He's about $1,100 short of his ultimate goal in the truck, which he will definitely hit as the GoFundMe continues. And he continues to have a job. Now, he's working for this guy. So, look, just doing the right thing for this kid paid off huge. Because not only did he do the right thing, he got a job. He's going to get his truck. Like, it all came up the right way for him. So big shot of the week for doing the right thing.
Hey, I guarantee you, neither one of us would have turned that shit in.
Hell no. $3,500. That's not like I found $100. And even $100 most of us walk with. $3,500.
Hey, it'd be like, this is my lucky day.
Yeah, I'm going shopping. All right, let's find out where in the NBA world Robert Horry is.
Where in the world is Robert Horry?
All right, there you go.
What the hell was that?
That's a little throwback to Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. You probably never watched Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
I watched Carmen. Come on, dude. Who you think you're talking to?
Okay, well that was
Sandiego.
That was Rockapella. That was the acapella group that did the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego theme song. Iconic from our childhood. So we modified it a little bit to include Robert Horry's name. But we're going to find out where in the NBA world Robert Horry is. So I'm going to give you guys a true-false here. Keep it easy. Have fun. On his way back from China, Rob had a layover in Phoenix. Since he had such fond memories as a Suns player, he decided to go take in a Suns game in the hottest major city in North America, averaging more than 110 degrees averaging over 100 degrees for more than 110 days a year. Is that true or false? That Phoenix will average 100 degrees for more than 110 days each year.
Jesus.
Rob, is that true or false? We'll start with you.
True.
Rob says true. Harp, is that true or false?
Yeah, Arizona dry as hell. Why not?
All right. Point for each of you. That is true. Yeah. 110 days a year. It's over 100 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's crazy.
In an effort then to prove that Philadelphia is in fact a playoff team, Rob got on jet and went to the city of brotherly love to see the 76ers. In a city that's bedrock allegedly contains mild radioactive mica, which leads to the long-standing Philadelphia joke that the cheesesteaks glow more at night. Is that true or false? That there is a layer of mild radioactive mica underneath the city of Philadelphia?
I got the Alabama education. What the fuck is mica?
It's like a sediment, basically.
Okay.
Like dirt.
Okay.
There's radioactive shit under Philly. All right? Keep it simple.
Go B.
Harp, you get to go first this time. Yeah, sorry. True or false?
I'm going to say false.
Okay.
I was going to say false, too.
Okay. And you're each going to get a point. Yeah, that's bullshit. I made that up. There's no... The cheesesteaks don't glow more at night in Philadelphia. That is not a famous saying. All right. Number
They
3.
are damn sure good,
They
though.
are good as hell, man. That's street meat.
Yeah.
All right. That's that street meat Chuck always talks about. Number 3. Rob went north to pay a visit to Ant-Man and the Timberwolves, dropping by the city of Minneapolis, which has more shoreline than the state of California. Is that true or false? That the city of Minneapolis has more shoreline than the state of California. Rob, you get to go first.
Say...
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
You can go first. That's fine.
I'm going to say false.
Rob's going to say false.
I'm going to say... I can't remember if they say it's Minnesota or Minneapolis. I think it's the state or the city of 1,000 lakes. And because of that, I'm going to say true.
Okay. Minneapolis is known as the land of 10,000 lakes. And it is true that they have more shoreline than the state of California due to all those lakes. So that is absolutely true. All right, number 4. After freezing his ass off in Minnesota, Rob needed a break, so he went to see the Miami Heat down in Miami, Florida.
Don't make me leave there.
Which is the rest of the game, Rob's in Miami. He never leaves Miami. Which, by the way, is the only major city founded by a woman named Julia Tuttle. Is that true or false? The only major city founded by a woman.
Founded by a woman. Go ahead, Rob.
City
See, that's kind of a trick question when you say major city. So, but I'm gonna say we've let women do a lot more than just one. So I'm gonna say that's false.
Boy, that statement sounded wild as hell, boy. He said, we've let women do a lot.
We let them vote. We let them work. You know what I mean? Like, they got a lot more freedom these days.
I know what he meant, but boy, did that sound
Yeah,
funny. That sound weird.
Nobody would have said shit if you wouldn't have pointed that out.
Yeah, but
and by the way, he's in China. They don't care.
Woo.
And I say that with just fun in my heart.
There's a knock on my door. Now I'm about to go.
Yeah. Mr. Ori. Yeah.
Dang. I'm gonna say true.
All right. Another point for Harper. It is true. Yeah, Julia Tuttle, the only woman to found a major U.S. city. And I don't know what they mean by major, but major.
Sexy ass country.
I'll tell you what, man. American. All right. After spending all of his money in Miami, Rob longed for the days of no state tax. So he headed home to Houston, the largest U.S. city with no zoning laws, leading to wildly mixed neighborhoods like skyscrapers next to taco stands, next to bungalows.
Oh, that's not what I thought about mixed neighborhoods.
No,
okay.
wildly, well, there might be some other wildly mixed in that neighborhood too. If you have a skyscraper next to a taco stand next to a bungalow, you're probably getting a good mix. But is that true or false that Houston is the largest U.S. city with no zoning laws?
Rob?
I say true.
No zoning laws.
No zoning laws.
I'm gonna say false.
All right, the point goes to Robert Horry. It is true. There are no zoning laws in the city of Houston. So, yes, you can have a taco stand next to a skyscraper in the city of Houston.
Makes sense. Okay.
All right.
It's like Up. It's like the movie Up.
Yeah, you can build that little house and a big-ass thing next to it. Yeah, that guy lived in Houston. No one knows that. After having so much fun in Houston, he decided to punish himself a bit by taking in a Grizzlies game in Memphis, where a buried volcanic plug sits directly beneath the city. So is it true or false that Memphis sits on a buried volcanic plug?
That sounds so wild to be true. So I'm gonna say true.
Okay.
And and that's why there's so many black people that live in Memphis. They don't give a shit if it erupts or not.
Is that what it is?
Is that why?
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say true.
All right. So everybody says true. Everybody's wrong. No, there's no buried volcanic plug under the city of Memphis, Tennessee. No, I made that up. That's good job, guys. But I love Rob's rationale on it. I got to admit.
Do you?
No, I don't. I really don't, actually. But yeah. All right. And as if that weren't bad enough, Rob wanted to go see the Pacers, who, by the way, have won one game so far this season.
Are they not the most disappointing team in the league right now?
Oh my God, dude! Like, you've got pieces. Find a way to make this work. Make this work.
After you saw what they did in the second or third game against OKC, you said, okay, they got a game.
All right, there might be something there.
They just tricked us. Mm-hmm.
They've won one game so far this season. So Rob decided to punish himself further by going to Indianapolis, a city that reportedly sits perfectly atop a round sinkhole that engineers discovered in the 60s and built around it. So is there a large sinkhole in the middle of the city of Indianapolis? True or false?
You fall asleep, Harp? Oh.
No, I ain't gonna sleep. I was thinking.
That's Harp's thinking face. It's the same as his pooping face.
Nah, pooping face is different.
Oh, okay, sorry. Can I name this week's show Poopin' Face, by the way?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
I'll say true.
Okay.
Sinkholes are very dangerous, man. Some say false. Not that volcanoes aren't.
That's
but
all right. Yeah,
sinkholes.
no. Well, yeah, well, you're good with a bunch of black people sitting on a volcano, but not. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. By the way, it is false. It is not. That's not true. You can't build a city on a sinkhole. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
All right. A couple more here. While up north, Rob wanted to see the best team in the East run the floor, so he went to Detroit to see the Pistons, which is, by the way, Detroit, the only major U.S. city where you can travel south into Canada. Is that true or false? That Detroit is the only major U.S. city where you can travel south to get into Canada? Rob's shaking his finger at me. He's thinking.
Can I phone a friend? Can I call my Uncle Henry who lives in Detroit and ask him?
You're going to call your
I'm
Uncle
gonna say
Henry.
true.
Okay, Rob says true. The phone a friend was denied. All right. Harp?
But Harp's checking his phone out, so he's saying, get his answer.
I believe it's true, because if I have my geography correct, there is a sliver of Canada that kind of
It's
looped underneath Detroit. So
into those Great Lakes.
There you go. You're both right. Detroit Windsor Crossing is the name of it. It's a river where you can cross south from Detroit and get into Canada. So, yeah, it's the only city that does that. All right, a couple more. One last stop in the north before Rob starts heading west. He wants to see if the hype around the Bulls, it's all it's cracked up to be. So he went to the city of Chicago. A city whose nickname, the Windy City, originally had nothing to do with the weather. It referred to the windy or boastful politicians of the day. Is that true or false? That the Windy City is because of the windy and boastful politicians, but not the weather? Harper?
Even though a lot of politicians are full of hot air, I'm going to say false to that.
Oh, Rob's going to say false. Okay. Harper?
I'm going to say true.
Point for Harper. Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, it had originally had
Which is
nothing
weird.
to do with had to do with all the both.
Because I know that wind coming off Lake Michigan crazy.
It is, but it had to do with the fact that, like you said, Rob, a lot of politicians full of hot air. All right,
A lot of bullshit.
A lot of bullshit up in the Windy City. All right, finally, a stop in every black man's paradise on this trip.
Atlanta?
Salt Lake City, Utah. Where a subterranean salt chimney feeds the lake from below, giving it its iconic nickname, the Great Salt Lake. Is that true or false?
I would just say true.
Okay.
True.
Oh, wow. You guys know nothing about the city of about Salt Lake City, Utah. No, that's false. There's no such thing as a subterranean salt chimney. No. The Great Salt Lake comes from its evaporation. All the water gets evaporated out there and makes the water super salty. So.
Oh, I thought it was because a bunch of whales were out there.
Wow. Wow. Very nice. That's great shit. That's very good.
Shut your bum ass up, man.
Oh wow! Okay, out of nowhere.
Hey,
Came in with
you know what's disappointing right now? I don't know what's going on, but we can't use Patrick Beverly's voice for a while until he figure out his charges.
Oh no, I don't. I took him off.
Oh,
The
yeah.
wall. I took him off the wall. No, I replaced him with this guy
Pennies.
for no good reason. For no good reason at all.
Pubic hair.
Oh, I got him over. Where is he?
Cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
I love it.